The BBC's Matthew Price was also out in the capital today, and he filed this report on the death and the despair which has now become so widespread.
We found them chipping away at the rubble close to the epicentre on Liberty Street, digging with their bare hands, but not this time for the dead. Qu'est-ce que vous cherchez? Boisson. Boisson? Drinks? Yeah. We're looking for drinks, he told me, and food. We don't have any. In places, some help is beginning to appear. They queued patiently for water down one street. But elsewhere, the desperation is beginning to show. Some fought as they searched for food at this supermarket.
They need water, they need this, they need that. Nobody's not helping, so they're trying to fend for themselves.
There's 3 days. We don't see the international aid to the Haitian people. I don't know what happened.
A woman told us to follow her, covering her nose to block a nauseating smell, and leading us to a house, the source of that smell. 3 people lie dead under the building. Nearby, someone else was using the only equipment he has. There's a body under here, he told me. This is what the doctors, the soldiers and the aid workers see as they fly into Haiti. They will also see the bodies lying in the street under the searing tropical sun. And also under that sun, the living queue patiently for water. Among the gloom there is some joy. 2-year-old Regison Hosteen Claude was rescued after 2 days under the rubble. He's now back with his mother. So too was 65-year-old Sala Chand, an American brought out from the rubble of a collapsed hotel.
We didn't think we were going to make it. So, because people came on Tuesday and said we'll be right back, and nobody came back.
Well, it looks as if another aid flight is coming in right now. But down here, on the ground in Haiti, people just aren't seeing any of it yet. These people, like so many others here, are having to help themselves, get any belongings they can out of houses. And all around us, we're being shown buildings where the dead are still trapped beneath the rubble. 2 US military helicopters flew overhead. But the promised troops are not yet on the streets. And outside their broken homes, the people are still waiting.
There's no help. Only some Haitian who's trying to put the dead out.
That's all. People are doing it themselves.
Yeah, but we need more help.
This is a resourceful country. It's used to dealing with disaster, but it cannot cope alone. And the heavy lifting equipment and search teams who might have saved some lives will arrive too late in many places. There is food and water, but it's estimated that 14 million meals are needed to feed the people here. Haiti is not winning its race against time.
Matthew Price reporting there, and later today, after he filed that report, Matthew was out in the capital again on the scene of one desperate search for survivors. Matthew, you're now outside a nursing college in Port-au-Prince. What have you seen and heard there?
Well, I've been here for about 5 hours now, perhaps a little bit less than that. The nursing college itself, and I know it's difficult to make it out with the picture we've got and with the lighting that we've got here. All the lights have been off in Port-au-Prince at night since this earthquake struck. But behind me is the remains of what was a 5-story building, a nursing college. It's now the height of a 1-story building, and I've been told by management here that more than 200 people were inside when it collapsed. There is also the possibility that there are some people alive in there, and I say that because a text message was received about 24 hours ago by one of the management here from inside, from somebody who said that there are 25 people inside alive, that they are very hungry and very hot indeed, and they need rescuing quickly. Now, throughout the last few days, Cathy, the local population has been trying to bring people out of this rubble here. They say they've managed to get 5 people out alive. One man told me that he brought a woman out yesterday. But at the same time, what they really needed was heavy lifting equipment. Now, that did arrive. A Brazilian search and rescue team was here for several hours, but in the last few minutes, they've driven away. I don't know if that is because they don't believe there's anyone left alive inside, or simply it's because there are no lights. And if the reason is that there are no lights here, that they can't light a successful and safe search and rescue mission, then that bodes very badly for the search and rescue attempts going on across this city, because without lights they have to stop over the hours of darkness, and time is ticking away for the people who remain under the rubble.
Okay, Matthew Price there in Port-au-Prince. Very gripping, extraordinary story there.
As you can see, as you can hear, and as we've been reporting all day long, aid is finally getting to this place, getting aid to the people who need it most, out in the city, out in the countryside, beyond this airport. That is an entirely different question, a very complicated one, as Colin Powell himself said. In order to do this, in order to make sure that not more people are going to die unnecessarily, this effort really has to ramp up in the next few days and fast. And wherever you go, whether it's in Port-au-Prince or outside the capital, you find tales of desperation. My colleague George Alagaya travelled to the southwest of Haiti earlier today.
The most impoverished nation in the Americas, and now this. The post office and a government ministry turned to rubble. The institutions of state which might have brought order are now virtually non-existent. In the 3 days since the earthquake struck, this city of 1 million people has been left to fend largely for itself.
Everywhere you look, people are on the move. There's no way of communicating in this city anymore. If you want to find out what's happened to your family, if you want to find out where the food is, there's only one way to do that, and that's to start walking and walk that way into town.
At the Church of God and His Prophecy, one-time parishioners are now refugees. Martile Dano is here with her 4 children and 2 sisters. Her home nearby is a ruin. There is anger and desperation in her voice when she tells me they've seen no sign of aid. At first I thought Fresnel Louis was making a shelter for his family, but he tells me that with so many dead, there's money in building a coffin. And there's a new life to take care of. Jean-Pierre is just 8 days old. Outside on the street, at the edge of this pile of rubbish, another child. But this one is dead and abandoned, a symbol of Haiti's desperation.
That is my colleague George Alagaya. Now, one thing that we haven't talked about is the death toll. And to be honest, it's extremely hard to get some sort of hold on it. One, because people are still dying, but also because there are so many people buried under the rubble, and there simply aren't the means to discover how many we're talking about. Now, the government of Haiti just today said again that they think that as many as 45,000 people may have already been buried, and perhaps another 100,000 people have died altogether. I have to reiterate, there is absolutely no way that we can corroborate those numbers, and at the moment we're still talking about some pretty desperate guesses. But one thing is certain, the toll, the immediate toll in terms of deaths is going to be high. We'll find out about that final number. And the lasting toll on the society of Haiti will be as high. Back to you, Cathy.
The BBC's Laura Trevelyan has this look back at Haiti's troubled past.
The latest face of Haiti's anguish. Relatives in New York hold up pictures of their loved ones, missing after the earthquake.
This is my mother.
After all that Haiti has endured, this is so hard to bear.
As people in New York's Haitian community will tell you, Haiti has a rich heritage, rebelling against French rule in the 19th century, declaring independence and abolishing slavery. But the new republic found it hard to throw off that legacy of political instability and violence.
Gonaïves in northern Haiti, the city twice devastated by hurricanes. This is where independence was declared in 1804. Memories of the way France reacted back then haven't been erased.
Haiti had to pay 150 million French francs for its independence to be recognized. In today's money, that is over $30 billion. Imagine the immensity of that injustice. So all too often, we are told that Haiti's problem is caused by Haitians. That is true. We have significantly contributed to our demise, no doubt about that. We are helped tremendously by a number of important powers.
Lasting damage was inflicted upon Haiti by the brutal dictatorship of Papa Doc Duvalier.
I have been elected for president for life.
His son Baby Doc was just as repressive. Papa Doc left his country scarred by corruption and killing.
He started the process of really destroying the country by installing a regime of fear, repression. It's his way or no other way.
Haiti made a rocky transition to democracy after the Duvaliers. The former priest Jean-Bertrand d'Aristide was elected president, then deposed in a coup, before being restored to power by the US military in 1994, when Bill Clinton was president.
The result was mixed. He did not turn out to be the very strongest leader or one who could heal the political divides within Haiti. In fact, it ended up being a rather a difficult situation.
All that instability left Haiti poor and without basic services. And as I saw for myself last year, the country has no trees. They've all been cut down for fuel. So when Hurricane Hannah hit in 2008, there were no trees to stop the mudslides which killed hundreds. Weak government has undermined Haiti's ability to cope with natural disasters. Now pledges of aid are flowing in following the earthquake. This is a chance to help Haiti rebuild properly.
This really has to be seen as an opportunity to engage in a sustained effort over the long term to begin to get assistance right in Haiti, such that Haiti and Haitians themselves can begin to take on a trajectory towards greater stability.
Haitians in New York long for their relatives to be able to live in a more stable country. Despite all the history, there's resilience and hope. As a popular Creole song here goes, Haiti pap crazy, or Haiti won't fall apart. Laura Trevelyan, BBC News, New York.